will be giving you the output. The same like it takes the input, process it, and it sends to the output layer. And one more thing we discussed, input is associated with weight. I told you W, weight, and also there will be a activation function. And what else? W is a weight, and I told you activation function Z something activation function. Why this activation function is needed? To check the particular node is active or not. Only this much. Input associated with the weight and bias function. I told you bias function. I told you to find out what is a bias. Can anyone? There are so many electronic students are there. What is a bias? Can anyone answer me? What is a bias? Okay, please interact with me. And without your interaction, I cannot go ahead. Sorry. Yes. What is the bias? You can browse it, Google and tell me what is the bias. Why the bias function is needed? So many experiments you must be doing right in electronics, and you'll be
To change the
to change the
output.
yes, yeah, exactly. Your answer is correct. To change the output, you need a bias. But why is that? Why you need to change the output? What is the purpose of bias function? What is the purpose of bias? Yes, anyone? Is the screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is bias? Bias is an external function, as he said, to change input. See, what happens? All the times we cannot say this node will be in working condition. That's what active function node to check whether the node is active or not. Or if it is not active, some external function we need to apply here to find it out what is the fault in this particular node. So to improve the output, to change the output, as he said, to improve the output, sometimes there may be loss functions will be there. Okay, loss function means in machine learning, you must be familiar with the concept like parameter tuning அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்ம பார்த்தோம். XY parameters we have to adjust the value so that our output வந்து we'll get a accurate output. The same thing, to adjust with the input values, the external bias functions will be added, and to avoid the loss function, to improve the output. For all these reasons, we are will be adding the bias values and activation function to check the node is active. It's just a simple introduction about introduction to deep learning compared to machine ML. ML also a subset of AI, artificial intelligence, in which we are going to do explicit programming. Explicitly, we are going to do the programming, all those things. Same in deep learning. See, the network will be, it's a big network. You can add n number of layers in between the input and the output. So n number of inputs will be sent, and you can take it out the output. So where we apply this deep learning, so general application in situation when you need more number of data sets. The size of uh, the data set is more huge data sets. In, for example, in banking, you can do banking sectors. Banking needs a huge database, right? If you take any centralized banks, they must be having more data about the customers. Customers in each branch. They, under the centralized bank, there may be many branches. So under many branches, there will be many data available. So in order to maintain that huge data set, The banking peoples, they are using the concepts of artificial neural networks. It's nothing but a deep learning, nothing but a deep learning. There are so many algorithms. So we will see. So today, directly we will go to the first topic in your first unit, linear algebra for deep learning. Aim of mathematics, linear algebra, aim know why you need to study this all in deep learning. Okay, this is like how we communicate. We have a English knowledge, or we have English language, and we have a Tamil